Hello, my name's Emma Levy, and in this video I'm going to answer some of your questions about sessions with children. So first of all, a very common question is, well, when should we start? Is this something that relates to school term times, holidays? What's a good time to start? So the main answer to that is I'm absolutely flexible and at a time that suits all of us. The most important thing is that your child has time not only to attend the sessions, but also to do the home exercises that are absolutely key to achieving the benefits that you're looking for. And I'll say some more about that in a little while. So are they going to have time to do that? And will you be available to supervise as appropriate? And is there potentially any conflict with any other practitioners that they may be seeing? Any other activities that they're doing? What are the current priorities? And if the work that we're looking at doing together is a current priority and you and your child have time to attend the sessions and to do the work that's needed at home, then this is the right time. If not, then wait until some other thing that is currently more of a priority or something else that they're doing that may in some way conflict with either attending the sessions in my clinic or doing the homework, then wait. Another question that I often get is whether you, as a parent or caregiver, need to attend with your child. Now, there are two main reasons why I recommend that you do. And in fact, first of all, I require that you attend for safeguarding reasons. So anybody I see who's under 18, for safeguarding reasons, I need them to have a parent or caregiver with them. However, it does depend on where and what we're doing. So if it's in my clinic, definitely yes, please attend with them through the whole session. If it's a swimming session and we're at the swimming pool and so there are pool attendants, there are other adults around, then it's not essential for you to be there all the time. However, there's another reason why I think it's helpful for you to be there, even if you're not present for the whole session, and that's to help to motivate your child, to motivate them in what they're doing during the session with me, and also to motivate them if it's exercises that they're going to be doing at home, to do those exercises, and if it's applying, for example, aspects of swimming technique when they're training in their club sessions or swimming on their own, then they're going to be more motivated. It's highly likely that they will be if you are taking an interest in what they're doing and if you're able to talk to them about what it is that they're doing. So it's great following sessions if you're able to chat with them about what it is that they're practicing quite specifically. And of course, there will be reasons why you'll need to know more about it, which I'll come to in a moment. So there are two reasons why it's really important that you're there: safeguarding and helping to motivate your child. Another question is about scheduling, timetabling. Is it necessary always to come in a regular day and time slot? No, it isn't. Some people like to, that's absolutely fine. If we're working on cognitive or emotional or behavioural issues, if your child has challenges with motor sequencing or balance or coordination, for example, then It's probably helpful if we can have sessions once a week, once a fortnight, something like that, during term time. If it's during the school holidays, then another option is to have really intensive sessions, which could be every day for a week, for example, fitting in around other activities that will take place during other parts of the holidays. On the other hand, if, for example, it's swimming and your child is quite an experienced, high-level competitive swimmer, then it may be absolutely fine for us to have sessions at the pool once a month or even less than that, especially if we're having remote sessions in between. And I say some more about that in a different video. And then they're going away and practicing every time they're swimming, for example. So the situation is different for everybody. So this is definitely something to discuss with me, specifically related to your and your child's goals and how they can fit in practice with their day-to-day routine of schoolwork and other out-of-school activities and so on. So there's lots of flexibility, and let's discuss that. Now, the last question that I want to say something about here is practice. People often ask, is there homework? Yes, there is. Because what we're working on here is making changes in your child's brain and nervous system. And those changes take lots and lots of repetitions. So there will always be some kind of practice, depending what that practice is and how old and independent your child is. You may be helping them to work on those activities. If you are, then what will often happen during sessions in my clinic is I will do 1 or 2 repetitions of something with your child. You will video 1 or 2 of those so that you have a record of that, and then you will do the next repetition. And that gives me an opportunity to give you feedback on making sure that you're doing basically the same thing that I was doing. It is also an opportunity for your child to comment on whether what you're doing feels the same as what I was doing, for example. So there is definitely practice for your child in between clinic sessions with me or remote sessions with me, usually at least 4 days a week, and depending what it is we're working on, it may be more often than that, and it may be anything from 10 minutes a day to, say, half an hour a day. Sometimes they're things that can be done all in one session. Sometimes they're things that you can just fit in at other times. So sometimes they can do breathing exercises in the car. They can do various activities with their hands and fingers sitting in the car, or watching TV, for example. Watching TV, it depends what it is, because a lot of the time we do really want their brain to be focused on what it is they're doing to make the changes that we need. But occasionally there may be things that are fine when they're also doing something else. Similarly, for example, if they're using the Safe and Sound protocol and listening, using some listening therapy, then actually they can be fully concentrating on the music, or it could be that they're doing something relatively easy and repetitive, like maybe some knitting or colouring in. That's absolutely fine. But certainly returning to when is the right time to start, it's when you and your child both have time to be doing those practice activities in between the sessions with me.